And the
Hello.
well, good morning.
I don't know if you can hear us or not and how well you can hear us. We're trying something different sound quality. So once you, oh, look, see, we're live. Once you start
Very good.
Hearing us, please tell us. We're doing a drive today in the i4 electric car.
So it'll be very quiet.
That was my goal. That's why I'm like, you know what? Let's not do the clip-on microphones today. Let's just drive, talk about cars that we do here each and every week. Buying, selling, trading, leasing, credit, restoration, sometimes repair, whatever.
Classics, auctions,
Yes.
all sorts of different things.
Let me look at audio real quick. It says it's doing the iPhone microphone, not Apple CarPlay, which is my goal.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yes, it is Saturday. It is June 7th.
And it is beautiful today. We're going to have a really warm weekend. One of the first.
Yes, and my Alexa this morning said, and sorry anyone that's listening when I just said Alexa, it said weather advisory, heat warning.
Heat warning. You know, I bought an Alexa, sorry for using the word, they had a discount one. I didn't recognize the brand.
I can feel it coming. Yes.
It's a Dyslexa.
Oh, you got the Dyslexa.
Yeah, it never gives me the right answer.
It just gives the numbers backwards.
Yeah.
We actually had a guy who sold us his car at my day job, and we priced it based on $36,000. It's 36,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Then he sent us the hey Adam is finally home.
Hey Adam, welcome home.
There you go, finally home. All right.
How's our sound, Adam?
Yeah, how does it sound, Adam? Let me know.
Yeah. Adam's our sound guy now.
He is our sound guy. And then when he sent us the picture of the odometer, it was 63,000 miles.
Oops, he's dyslexic.
And I priced it. I'm like, that's like a $4,000 swing.
Sure.
And so we lowered but the car was in really good shape. Sound is good. Awesome. The car is in really good shape. So I'm like, you know what? I'm only going to reduce it to 2,000 instead of 4. The guy like blew a hissy. Oh, how dare you? You promised me that. I go, you put the wrong mileage. I'm dyslexic. I'm like, well, that doesn't. That's not.
What if
that
you
doesn't
were
change
dyslexic?
The value?
You can tell him, look, if I'm dyslexic and you tell me it's 63,000 miles and I put 36,000 miles instead,
I get fired.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won't get fired, but you know,
you'll get a slap.
Yeah. So car values are all over the place.
Yes, they are.
Ray can get in and tell us what's going on. Ray, I messaged Ray because we were going to go to Affordable Auto
in
Bremerton today. That was the idea.
Yeah.
And we might still, if Ray pops in and says he's going to be there. Initially, he said he probably won't get there on time because he sold the Miata this morning.
Oh, his Miata.
He finally sold the Miata.
Wow.
And he was working on selling the police car.
Oh, the police car.
So that he would not be able to get to Bremerton. He's in Gig Harbor is where he lives.
That's quite a drive.
Yeah. Speaking of Gig Harbor, Thursday night, Adam's coming.
Oh,
got a show in Gig Harbor at Ocean 5.
Oh, wow.
Headlining show. Also a fundraiser.
Very good.
I'll be selling T-shirts.
And what night?
It's Thursday.
This Thursday.
This Thursday, the 12th.
All right.
Then on Friday, the 13th, I'm in Richland, Washington, driving down right after the show. And
Father's Day weekend.
Father's Day weekend, I'm doing 2 shows and driving back on Father's Day.
There you go.
And I'm going in the electric car.
And big Father's Day celebrations for you?
No.
Nothing
probably
big?
Probably cook out or something.
There you go. All right.
What about you?
No big celebration. Got older daughter coming to visit, so we'll hang out. Probably, do barbecue, something like that. But let's get to the car scene because you brought up a really interesting point. Car values all over the map. The same thing is happening with classic and vintage cars all over the map. There are a lot more people, more than ever before, that are selling their classic and vintage cars. And that's creating an interesting sort of dual market scenario. there are two markets now in the classic car world. One market is, here's a car from the 50s or 60s that used to be a $50,000 car. Now, 30,
Wow.
32,000. And so this market where there were a lot of 50s and 60s era cars that were restored beautifully under the premise that these cars are going to be continuing to grow in value, but they stopped. And they stopped growing in value to the point where it's like you said, well, they're still fun to restore, but they're not, because now they're too expensive to restore, and it's no fun to spend $100,000 on a car that might be worth 45.
Plus, it is true also that the audience is aging out.
The audience is aging out, and there are fewer young people that are interested in these older cars. Now, when I say an older car, for example, there's a beautifully restored 1948 Buick Super convertible. Unbelievable restoration, just top of the charts, right? You can't find flaw on this car. We'll be lucky to be able to get $45,000 for it. And this was a $75,000, $80,000 car not that long ago. The peak of the market on the average basis for classic cars in this category, we'll call it the under $75,000 category, primarily 40s, 50s, and 60s era cars. Peak of the market seems to be 2016. And
wow.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, right?
Pre-pandemic by quite a bit. Now,
and the pandemic was a lot of buying going on.
Yes. Now, the pandemic gave some of those cars a little bit more of a boost. So there was the perceived, for lack of a better term, perceived higher value simply because these cars were selling more rapidly. So what's interesting now is what's going to happen going forward, because the market isn't going to increase. The value of these vehicles is not going to increase. And the number of people that are interested in these cars is probably also not going to increase. So two things will happen with certainty. One, the remaining cars that require restoration, in other words, the junkyard dogs, the ones that have been sitting in the garage that Uncle Jack owned and has 15,000 miles but needs everything.
Yeah.
Those cars are going to be junk. There's just no point in selling to restore them. The parts might be worth something, but again, not by much.
Well, I mean, I look at, bless you, I look at, I've always had the theory, which isn't my theory, but it's something I've heard of. By the way, a lot of traffic right now.
It's because of the stupid.
No, it's not this roundabout, because the traffic's, it's past the roundabout. I might use this roundabout and come back.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe we won't do a drive all the way up to Paul's Bow and everything today.
I thought it was just because everybody gets slowed down on the roundabout.
No, look, it's past the roundabout. All right, I'm going to talk about something. Well, anyway, let me finish my thought. Is people love the cars from when they were in high school.
Yes.
What was classic when you were in high school? So you go back 30 years before you're in high school. Like cars from the 50s, late 50s for me, those are kind of cool. The 60s, and obviously the 70s, and then you have nostalgia for the 80s.
Yes.
So those are the cars.
Right.
For somebody, I'm going to be 55 this year, for crying out loud.
Crying out loud.
So
what does that mean?
I don't know.
For crying out loud.
As opposed to this. So somebody that was a senior in high school in 1960.
Yeah.
They're into 30s.
Yeah.
Up until the 60s.
Sure.
And that's kind of the window.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely true. And we're seeing this now. Cars from the 80s, particularly nice example, original, well-maintained or partially restored cars from the 80s. There's the new VW.
VW Buzz.
Yeah, the Buzz. That's kind of a weird looking thing, huh?
Yeah.
Those cars, the cars from the 80s now, are really coming on strong. People want them because of the nostalgia. I had a conversation with a guy, he's in his 40s, and he's like, oh man, this was my dream car When I was a kid, I saw these on the end. I just couldn't. And he's talking about a Toyota Celica.
Yeah.
And that's his dream car.
Well, my dream car was a DeLorean.
Yeah.
But that was partially Back to the Future.
Oh, by the way, I have something you might be interested in.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It's DeLorean themed.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you might like it.
What is it?
Should I tell you now?
I don't know. Should he tell me now? Ray says it's time to short Tesla. Might
well,
Elon's trying to come back.
Well, we're going to have this conversation. I think it's all a show.
You think he would? It's a show. He's calling the president a pedophile.
Oh, he's called him a pedophile?
He said he's part of the Epstein thing. He's in the Epstein files.
Oh boy, here we go. Well, maybe not. I thought it was all a show to try and just to distract people from the problems.
There's the new Tesla. It's not bad looking.
No, it's not.
That's the new Model Y.
Yeah.
Sitting in a mall parking lot near you.
Yes.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Something's going on the other side. There was an accident or something.
Well, it seems like that.
I'm going to say we're
going to abort and go back to Jake's.
We're going to use this for good.
There you go.
Roundabout, and we're going to circle back around because by the time we get through the bridge, and I don't like sitting on the bridge.
No, it's never a good thing. Well,
I'm surprised more people aren't looping and saying, you know what, I don't need to go today.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
yes.
So back to cars. So yeah, the car market from a youth to vintage nostalgia type perspective is changing dramatically. And for the first time in car collecting, there's going to be an entire batch of stock that can't sell for the prices that previously have sold. So it's going to be a remarkable shift.
Well, now it's clearing up. What do you think?
I leave it to you. You're the driver. It looks like it's back to flowing. Maybe they had to stop for traffic. Or I wonder if they're doing work. Why would they do work on this weekend?
All right.
It's up to you. It's your call. Taking the turn.
I'm looping back.
I'm looking down that way. I don't see any.
I can still loop around.
You could. You lose a little more momentum.
Yeah, screw it.
All right. Here we go. Well, hopefully Jake's in. Well, he's not running the grill now, is he?
No, he doesn't run on the weekends.
All right. Well, we'll stop in. We'll get a stone nut. Let's see if we can find something on the road that might.
It's a really nice Mercedes drove by earlier.
Yeah, I saw that was kind of a pink color.
I thought it was gold, but okay.
Boy, traffic's really backed up.
Yeah.
All right. So for the first time in the vintage car world, we're going to have not a little bit, but a significant number of cars where people just don't want them. And at what point do they not want them at any price? So, for example, right now, if I told you about this Buick, beautiful condition, runs, starts, stops, drives, all the stuff. It goes begging at $45,000.
And that's a lot of money to spend on a car that is going to go down in value.
It is. But at what point do you buy it anyway? 25?
100? 2,500?
2,500. Oh,
I'm
okay.
in.
You're in 25. Are you in at $5,000?
Is this an auction?
Yes. So that's the point. Is at some point there's going to be a drop in level to where people are going to go, well, wait a minute. This is a lot of car for the money.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing this in, for example, vintage radios. People used to buy vintage radios and pay good money to have skilled technicians fix them so that they operate properly. Now, an average vintage radio 10 years ago would have brought $500. A really good one, like a console type one you'd have in your living room, was $1,000. These days, that console one in the living room, you're lucky to get $300 for it.
Yeah.
And the same thing is becoming true for lots of artifacts of the past, including things like a piano. If
you can't give pianos away.
You cannot give pianos away. In fact, you tell someone you want to donate your piano, you have to pay for the mover.
Yeah.
To bring it to the location to donate it.
Yeah, we had a piano. Not that we're going to piano talk real quick. That we found online and the guy it was down the street, down Day Road.
Yeah.
And the guy, it was $600.
Yep.
And I hired Richard helped and a couple other people helped. We loaded it up, got it to the house. Then of course we had to pay somebody to come tune it.
Yeah.
It's a movie, you got to tune it.
That's right.
And so we're at it, $700-800.
Yep.
And then it sat for 2 years basically. We hardly used it. Josh took some lessons for a while. And then the guy said the only caveat is I would love if it's lived its whole life on the island. It was brought here by his grandparents.
Oh, wow.
They bought it from a company out of Boston. It was shipped across country.
Yeah.
And so we said, sure. And I put it up. My wife was ready to give it away. So let's just get it. We don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to cost us so much. Like you said, it costs money.
That's right.
So she was going to post it on Free on the Rock. I said, let's just put it for $750 and see what happens.
Right.
And somebody came and looked at it and said, we'll take it. We have movers coming, but they can't come till next week. I said, that's fine. And they bought it for $750. We got our money back.
That's good.
And it stayed on the island. So we kept our promise. But I see pianos all the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get, because they're, especially like an upright.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this was like a little baby grand style. You can take the legs off, you can put it on its side, you can get it in and out. It's actually easier to move.
Yeah.
When you take it apart.
Yeah, we have a living room grand.
I know.
And that is a big piano. And we have to, it has to be tuned once a year. And luckily our daughter still plays. My wife plays a little bit, and I play just periodically, just for fun. But God help us if we're going to move.
It comes to the house. That happens a lot.
Well, and it's
like a negotiation ploy for the buyer. Like, you know what? I want the piano. And seller's like, oh my God, yes. I mean, let me think about it.
And it's a 1931 Steinway.
It's a Steinway.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
what does a Steinway? Well, it depends. Full of beer or not. I'm driving too slow on this road.
Are you?
Well, I'm going the speed limit.
Yeah, it feels like it's slow.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
And there's 90.
Oh, geez. That is incredible. It's phenomenal, the technology in modern cars today. And this is another reason why I think so many people are not interested in vintage cars anymore is, in the 80s and 90s, if you went to buy a new car, you kind of got a crappy car, especially if you bought an American car.
Yeah.
Japanese cars, well, maybe not, but the Japanese luxury sedan was something new. So basically, American cars were still chassised and platformed and kind of rickety, sort of K-car-ish like stuff. And you don't really start to see significant improvements in technology until the late 90s and early 2Ks. So now you've got cars that are phenomenal. Like a brand new Porsche, you can get a brand new one for $150. You can get a 2 or 3 year old one for $100. Now, the 2 or 3 year old one, like a nice Targa 911, you pay $110 grand for it. You compare that to a 1970 Targa, which you have to pay $100 grand for too.
Yeah.
In really nice shape. Now, you've got the vintage charm of the older Targa, but the newer one, way better car.
Yeah.
In every classification. And that's what's becoming really interesting, because it begs the market on these older cars. How long can they last at the value that they're at?
Try a little bit of the back way.
There you go.
By the schools.
Looks like Ray popped in.
Ray just said he sold the Miata. It's $6,500 for it. That 200,000 mile Miata.
Well, that's good.
Gig Harbor cop car, no sale. The guy was too tall. Seats don't go back because of the cage. So, Ray, does that mean you're going to be at the affordable used auto? Because we turned around.
We turned around because
too much traffic.
God, it was just not moving at all.
There must have been an accident.
Could be.
And an accident on the bridge is scary.
Yeah.
We're driving on the freshly painted Madison Avenue. Is it Madison Avenue?
Yeah.
Drive.
I think it's Avenue. I think it's Avenue.
It's where all the advertising agencies on Bainbridge Island are.
Yes, on Madison Avenue.
So we talked about the Jeep last week.
Yes.
The two-finger salute.
Yes.
And we talked about, how most motorcycle guys kind of wave. I think I want to write a bit about all the different salutes for different cars.
Ah.
Like I said, John Hibbs said that the Leaf would be like a falling leaf.
Well, I know Volvo drivers do this.
They do the peace sign also?
They do V for Volvo.
Oh, then why? Well, that's what the
well,
Jeep does.
Without this, maybe this is Jeep, and this is Volvo.
Oh, is this VW?
I don't know.
I know if you drive by a Porsche, you do this.
You drive by a BMW. What do you do?
Well, there's one I would have said. The BMW one, I'm not sure. That could be this too.
Yeah.
The Tesla, we know what they do, but I won't do that. You do the Hitler.
Oh my goodness.
Or do you get this? That's what you get.
Yeah,
with the Tesla.
you get that now with the Tesla.
But that's from people not driving a Tesla. Yeah. So there's got to be some salutes that we can come up with. Put them in the comments. What's a good salute for a particular car?
There you go. All right, can we close this?
You want to close that?
Nope.
No, it's automatic.
Oh, look at you.
Pull it, please, Raffi.
You're getting sunburned here. Much better. Thank you.
And these are ceramic tinted windows, so you're protected.
Oh, good.
Even though the sun is hitting us.
There you go.
So we're in another roundabout. This is our third roundabout of the day.
Yes.
We're driving the parade route now.
You missed that one.
What?
You said we're in the roundabout, and I said yes. You missed it. All right. I'll wait for it.
Okay.
It's an 80s reference.
Oh, Big Band Parliament.
No.
No?
That was their big hit. The band Yes. Roundabout.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I would say...
Usually you're there for me.
I would say Yes had much bigger hits than that.
Really? What was their bigger... Was that big?
Lead
was bigger than that.
I don't even know the song.
Really?
No.
I'm sure you've heard of it. I'll be the roundabout. Oh, you've heard it. I'm sure.
Owner of a Lonely Heart was a big hit.
Was it?
Yes. See? That's how you do it.
How about the Tubes?
The Tubes.
What was their biggest hit?
It was...
People confuse the Tubes with Yes now and then.
Welcome to Classic Rock.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy Two-Tone was 867, Jenny 8675309.
Yeah.
People confuse that. I think that was a Rick Springfield song.
Oh, well, there you go. Back to the 80s again.
Yeah.
We could do a whole show, Cars and Tunes, where we pick a car and we pick the song that goes with the car. Let's try that now. How about a Toyota Supra from 1980, we'll say mid-80s. Toyota Supra.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
And what's the band?
That is the, is that Oingo Boingo?
No.
Is that Wang Chung?
No.
Is that Wang Chung on tour right now with Rick Springfield? I left my 80s tour. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think.
See if anyone else knows.
That was, also, wasn't that a song about masturbation?
I don't know.
That was one of the sayings because of the face that it was making. Anyway.
How about Devo? What's the car that goes with Devo?
Oh, something that's people call a car a whip.
There you go.
So whip it.
Whip it good.
There'll be a horse-drawn carriage. Would be a Devo car.
There you go. That works. And what about? Let's see. What car goes with the Neil Diamond song?
Hello, my friend. Hello. I'm driving
really slow.
Okay, I was the Bronco.
A really Bronco slow. For Neil Diamond? I was going to pick like a Caprice station wagon.
Caprice is good. Just the word Caprice matches Neil Diamond.
It does, doesn't it?
I'll think about you. Or your, yeah. All right. What's another car?
How about the first series Miata from the 1990-91? I think Cyndi Lauper and Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Because it's kind of a chick car.
A little bit.
You allowed to say chick anymore?
I don't know.
Broad, Dame.
How about a Fiero?
Fiero is that would be a Kiss, Hotter Than Hell.
Oh,
that's a 70s
good
song.
That's a little, yeah. I think you'd have to go a little bit newer than that. Let's see. How about
wait, I got one. Prince, Little Red Corvette.
There you go.
What? Oh my! What song? What car would that go with?
How about
Huey Lewis, The Power of Love?
Oh, well, that's got to be a Buick GNX.
No, I think it'll be a DeLorean.
Oh, well,
from Back to the Future.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Or it could be the '85 pickup truck.
The pickup truck.
Because I think when Marty's with her, that's when he sees the car, sees the truck when he's with his girlfriend. Although when she says, "Call me," here's my her dad's picking her up in '85 Eagle.
Oh yeah,
AMC Eagle
Boy, the
wagon.
Eagle wagon.
That could be Power of Love.
Now there's a car that you don't see anymore on the road. Pretty much, thank goodness. But what an odd car that was.
Ray asked if we're Napoleon Dynamite fans.
Oh, I've seen it a few times. It's pretty funny.
Well, that would of course be the Eagle Talon. That would be the car for that movie.
Yes, that is the car for that movie.
Eagles have talons?
Yeah.
Why do you ask, Ray?
The 1992 Liger. Let's see.
So who sings I think I'm going Japanese.
Turning Japanese?
Yeah, Turning Japanese.
Now I forgot.
Tubes?
No, it's not the Tubes. It's a one-hit wonder band.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to look.
I know the song for Volvo. Safety Dance.
Oh yeah. That's
Men Without Hats.
Men Without Hats.
They're a one-hit wonder.
I thought they had another hit.
I wonder if they did. The Vapors.
The Vapors. That's right, the Vapors.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're career vapor. So there's certain names you don't want to have. Like in the movie That Thing You Do.
Yes.
They call themselves the Wonders. But they wanted to spell it ONE. And it's like, and they had one hit. But it was the Oneaters. Everybody said, now the Oneaters. Because ONEDERS looks like it spells Oneater.
Oh, that. I like that movie. I thought that movie was pretty clever.
I love that movie.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a top 10 movie for me.
Yeah.
The song is great.
Yeah.
Anyway, cars are great. It's a period piece.
Cars are great. It's got Tom Hanks. That's always good.
Yeah.
All right, so back to cars.
We were talking about cars, but yes. Nobody beats Ray on rock trivia. Oh, interesting.
Oh, Ray's got the rock trivia going.
Oh,
all right.
Ray.
Well, then, Ray, what was the Tube's #1 hit?
Yeah. And what was Yes's top hit?
1 in a Million, girl.
Oh, is that it?
I think so. I think that was their top hit. So don't fall in love.
1 in a million, girl.
Yeah.
Do you realize if a girl's 1 in a million, there are, 7,000 of her in the world?
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 in a billion, there's 8 of her.
There's 8 of her.
But 1 in a million, there's 7,000, almost 8,000 versions.
There you go.
1 in a million.
Well, let's see. We're going this way.
I'm following the phone signal.
Ah, that's pretty clever.
That way we have solid coverage and we're moving the whole time.
There are occasionally cars I see for sale over in here, but not many.
An SL 400 Carlos.
And this is another really good value car. These cars you can get all day long for 25, 30 grand. A lot of car for the money there.
But a lot of expense to fix anything on them.
That is true, but you don't have to keep it if it ends up being a, $7,000-8,000 expense. You just get rid of it, sell it, move it along. You know what else is really popular? Old Subarus, for goodness sakes. Vintage Subarus are coming on strong.
Wow.
There's one Subaru. It's the Super Speedy 22B limited rally. They only built 500 of them. You got to pay 300 grand to get that vehicle.
For a Subaru.
For a Subaru. 300,000.
You know, if you spell Subaru backwards, you know what that is, right?
What's that?
You're a bus.
You are a bus. Oh, I didn't know that.
How about that? Oh, Jake says good morning.
Well, good morning, Jake.
We'll be popping by there at the end of the show.
Getting a scone nut. One of Jake's famous scone nuts.
Raffi will not be having any coffee. By the way, see the base of Kevin's mailbox? We're in front of Kevin's house.
Yes.
See the base?
Yeah.
That's the waterbed for the sitcom. I have a strange feeling that is too.
Oh, that's funny. So that's the leftover wood?
No, that's the wood.
Oh, that's...
I gave him the wood.
From the plank that
Lenny was
standing on.
Yes. It's the same thing.
That's great.
We repurposed it. So that'll be a trivia question on the It's a Lot tour. People will have to drive down this road and say, there's the actual wood from the waterbed from the sitcom.
There you go.
That will be screening at the Marina Del Rey Film Festival next week. In 2 weeks.
That's right. He said he's going to try to.
9:30 at night. Kind of weird.
It's weird.
But we're in the
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
And, we're not far from the.
No.
Which is lunch. Yeah. So they caught up. What are you doing?
All right. Sorry about
that. We got out of range, but we're back.
We're back. Jake says he's home waiting on a sofa arrival, so Jake's not even at Jake's.
Ah, okay. Well,
yeah, we turned down a street, and I was like, "Oh wait, there's no signal down this way."
Now, Jake, you're not going to make us go to Starbucks, are you?
We'll do it.
We'll do it. Don't threaten me. Jake's at home studying 69 Corvettes.
He doesn't need to study. He's a professor.
He's a professor of Corvetology. So my 63 Avanti is almost done. So it's now pretty much a fully restored car.
And when do we get to see that?
Hopefully I'll be bringing it to the June car show.
What about 4th of July?
I am not bringing it to 4th of July show. Not going to do that.
You got to register soon if you're going to bring a car.
Yeah.
Oh, that BMW.
Oh, I think I know who that is. Nope. That's not him. Different guy.
Isn't it amazing? We have usually we have 5G ultra wide at this part. And then there's just nooks on the island that have no connectivity whatsoever.
Did someone finally occupy that building back there?
Yeah, that's Classic Cycle.
Oh, it is Classic Cycle.
Yeah, I wanted that to be a car lot.
Yeah, that'd be a great car lot. Although
because it could be hidden.
Yeah.
Car lots don't need to be out in the public like they used to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's driving around going, oh, there's a car lot. Let's go buy a car.
That's true.
Oh, wait, they've got balloons. Now we definitely have to buy a car. It just doesn't happen.
Well, you could put your noodle man out in front here.
I got rid of that guy. That was dumb.
I thought it was hilarious. I'm looking around thinking there must be an old school that we can go to, but I don't see anything.
Boy, saw that BMW that just drove by.
That's true.
Was that a 2002?
That was in 2002.
Which is so confusing.
Right.
Because it was like a 71. 2002.
And they started them in the late 60s.
I mean, what's going on here? Range Rovers,
There's
matching.
a lot of Range Rovers on this island.
I don't understand why people buy Range Rovers that, I mean, new, and you lease it for 3 years, great. Other than that, it seems to me that there's always problems.
There are always problems with a Range Rover. I don't know what the attraction is to them. You're better off buying a Bronco.
Yes.
Because at least they're reliable, they're durable.
And they're Ford.
And they're affordable.
Aha, there it is.
There you go. And see, that's why people keep coming back to this show. For the synergy. Well, we could do gas prices. Haven't done that in a while.
I can't pull it up right now.
Oh, darn.
Well, how much is gas for you in your neck of the woods?
Well, Adam just returned from traveling, and I'm sure he saw some pretty low prices. I don't understand what's going on. Why is gas still $4.20 out here? Why is gas so expensive?
Well, we have a lot of state taxes.
Well, that may be, but that's a lot of money per gallon.
Yeah.
You know, I was down in California. I thought, wow, I'm paying $4.65 a gallon. I come back up here, it wasn't that much cheaper.
Well, it's crazy because in January we were at $3.60.
Yeah.
So we've definitely gone up.
Yeah.
But
then everything's gone up. I was at the airport. I had a flight that was sort of bridging between lunch and dinner. I thought, you know what? I'll just get some. I'll get a sandwich or something. I walked around, couldn't find anything. I saw a smash burger. So I thought, well, I'll go there. And then they had a chicken burger. So I got a chicken burger and I got fries with it. You'll never guess how much it was.
$14.80.
It was $19.80.
Oh my God, it's almost $5.
How did that happen? I asked the guy. He goes, well, it's a chicken burger. That's one of our specialty burgers. That's $8.99. I'm like, what? Okay. How much are fries? Well, those
are specialty fries.
I'm like, oh my God.
Put the word specialty in front of anything, we can charge more for it.
You know, and I understand you're at an airport, you pay for convenience and all that, but wow.
Adam says it's under $3 all over the Midwest, but by his house it's $4.05.
Yeah.
Ray Pepper says Friday night at the Pantages Theater, the cast of Napoleon Dynamite almost sold out. It's the 30th anniversary tour. We're gonna go. Huge fans.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. In October they're doing that. So this is like a new thing. They're gonna show the director's cut of Airplane at the Paramount with the director and the star of the movie, Robert Hayes.
Wow, Robert Hayes is still alive.
He was young in that movie.
Yeah, but that was 77, 76?
No, it was 80, 81. It was in the 80s.
I thought it was in the 70s.
It was in the 80s.
I'm Googling that.
I would say it's 1980.
Oh, I thought it was 70-something. All right, let's see here.
This biker's not letting me turn. Now I'm going to turn.
Okay.
You're thinking of like the airport movies.
No, I'm thinking of Airplane.
Maybe it was 70s.
1980.
Ah, see, I'm
just barely.
1980.
80. Wow. First year of college. Actually, 79 was my first year of college.
Graduated high school in 81 because he's a genius, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's the thing. They're taking movies on tour.
Wow, old movies. And that movie is 45 years old. 45 years old.
So if he was let's say he was 28.
Yeah.
Let's say he was 30. He's 75 now.
Yeah. OJ was in that movie.
No, OJ was in.
Oh no, it was Will Chamberlain that was in that movie.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I thought it was Will Chamberlain, but you're right. Now that I'm imagining it.
He's like, you're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He goes, no, Roger Murdoch.
That's it.
He goes, my dad says you never get back on defense.
Yeah.
You tell your dad. Try having Lambert pulling you up and down the court.
That's a great line. And
then they pull him out
really well. Yeah.
They pull him out and he's wearing his Lakers shorts and knee pads.
Oh, that's great.
That movie's fan. Yeah, I might want to go to that.
That's like it's like Mel Brooks movies. You know, those movies are just so ridiculously silly. like Blazing Saddles. Have you watched Blazing Saddles?
Oh,
lately?
you can't watch that anymore.
It's just.
That's like my Lisa Lampanelli interview. You have to just clip everything, and there's not much left.
God,
it's so funny though.
It is hilarious, but it's so bad, you know. Anyway, all right, back to cars.
This is Raffi and Dan driving around.
I know.
This is you guys are getting to see what it's like when Raffi and I just drive somewhere.
Yeah, this is what it's like. It's actually
going back. Let's talk about this car again.
All right, back to this car.
I've had it for I'm over 2,000 miles now.
You only put 2,000 miles on this car?
I've only had it for. I just made my second payment.
Wow.
So I've had it for 2.5 months. I'm about to put a lot of miles on. Drive down to Richland.
How far is Richland?
It's a 4.5 hour drive from here.
When do you leave?
Well, I'm going to Gig Harbor first.
Yeah.
I'll be at Ocean 5.
Oh, then you stay overnight there?
I know I'm going to leave that night. I'm going to drive down right after that show.
Oh.
So I'm going to hang out there for a while. Maybe I'll bowl. They're bowling there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to drive down to Richland, get there middle of the night, get a couple hours of sleep, do some morning radio, get up, go back to actually I'm going to go through town again.
Yeah.
Look at these people. They don't know that you don't cross. You don't.
Jeez.
People are just idiots.
It's dangerous.
When there's lines in the road,
that's when you're supposed to stop.
You stop there. And where it says stop here.
Yeah. I'm going down to Portland next week. I think the 17th. There's a car down there I need to photograph and do some research on.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you?
I haven't had a coffee yet.
That's right. We need to get coffee. All right. Well, we could pull in here and get coffee at TNC. Oh, look at the town. Town's booming.
Yeah, I think TNC. Maybe if I find a parking space on the street here.
Yeah. Looks like there might be.
Is that your car? Oh, no, that's a Lexus. See, that could be a Camry.
That's true. It could.
I could do that.
I could flip there.
But there's a car behind me.
It's not good.
Maybe
there.
I mean, the electric space is probably open in the parking lot if I wanted to.
That's right. And you can take the electric space. If you take the space but don't charge, do people get upset?
Yes. Almost as much as I get upset.
So you pull in and plug in.
When people park in the electric space and they're not an electric car. And there's brand new electric spaces back here, high-powered ones. And there are people parked in them all the time. I think they're employees just parking there. It's like, these things are on.
I saw a guy with a gas-powered car park in the electric charging spot, and he took the thing and he hung the hose thing on the mirror. Just hanging on the mirror. I'm like, dude, that's not even faking it, you know?
That doesn't count. Yeah, I just want to see. I mean, there's parking around here, so I'm just curious if people are actually parked in it again.
Okay. That's an interesting color for that Honda.
That's the electric Honda.
I think that's actually a pretty good-looking car. It's well done, well balanced.
These are the same. That Subaru's been parked there the entire time. I wonder if somebody's parked there. Because look, there's this space. Then here's a truck.
Yeah.
Not electric.
That's not electric.
There's a space. That not electric. Not electric. Although that pump's not working.
Interesting.
And then there's this one.
And is this a charge?
Yeah.
That's not electric.
No, that's not electric.
Oh,
this is electric space.
All right.
But I mean, we don't really need to park at this one.
Huh?
I'm not gonna. I mean, it's going to give me like 3 miles. An hour. It's very slow charging this one.
We don't have to park here then.
No, I just thought we'd stop in the shade.
That's nice.
We have some other comments. Let's see. Big news, Dan and Raffi. DA just announced yesterday the artists for the summer concert series. Sammy Hagar. For my 55th birthday, I've got a bottle of Beach Bar rum, which is Sammy's and Rick Springfield's.
Oh, really?
They partnered on this one.
Did they?
Well, Sammy wrote "I've Done Everything for You." That's the Sammy Hagar song. And Sammy goes, "I can sing it better, but you look better."
Yeah, Sammy's kind of.
He's not the most attractive guy.
No. He's got a great rock and roll voice, though.
Yeah, but he and Rick are buddies, and Who cares about Maz Jobrani coming to Improv in Hollywood? I get
Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal was, I think, one of his best tunes. Sammy Hagar.
You don't think it was I Can't Drive 55?
No.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't like that. From a song perspective, I like what he says, but from a song perspective, Heavy Metal.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's cool. But that's in Spokane, huh?
Spokane.
I don't know.
There's some nice music venues up there.
We're coming to your show Thursday.
Oh. Well,
you can buy them online ahead of time. That's probably more helpful. Or you can buy them. I know you hate paying the service fee. Or you can buy them at the door. And there are premium seats available, which are up front.
There you go.
Those are only available online.
You know, we could wrap up early today.
We wrapped up. This could become a 45-minute show.
Well, we get back into the studio, we'll have more content.
Yes, Heavy Metal. You're right, Raffi.
Ah, good.
All right. We're gonna stop as soon as if no comments come in, we stop. So if you want the show to keep going, you have to keep commenting.
You have to keep
and you have to like. We need likes and subscribes and hearts and all that stuff. So if we don't see any, then the show ends. But as soon as we get one, we'll add a minute to the show.
There you go.
Or 30 seconds.
We'll ratchet it up.
So those are the options.
In the meantime, Dan and I have been working on a segment whereby, we'll just run the segment. So we've talked about this as a concept. Dan says a car, and I have to up it with another car.
Oh, the one-upper.
Yes. And then you have to try and one-up it, but you have to have a reason why it's better as you one-up it.
Okay, but if I start all the way up here, how are you going to do it?
Dude, you just challenged me then.
All right, I'm going to start with Glenn Munger's.
Oh, geez, that's a tough one.
Mercedes Gullwing.
All right, you start with the going. So to up from the going, I'm going to go with the 300 SL Roadster. Here's why.
You think the Roadster's better than the Gullwing?
Yes, because the Gullwing is a hot, chambered car that is very difficult to drive. It's a heavy car. And the Roadster is so much better. It's a completely different design, completely different chassis, much better balanced vehicle, and it's not an oven when you're driving it. So I'm one-upping you with the 300 SL, 1960 300 SL Roadster.
All right, I'll up you with Jackie Cooper's.
Jackie Cooper?
1935 Duesenberg.
Oh my goodness. All right.
And I'll tell you why.
All right.
22 million reasons why.
Yeah. So the Cooper Duesenberg, that's a short wheelbase.
We had two likes, so that added the 2 minutes.
Short wheelbase vehicle. Duesenberg, of course, with a big supercharged engine. So it's like this big sports car. Fantastic car. Most expensive American car ever sold. I'm going to one-up you because it was made as a sports car in the 30s. I'm going to one-up you with Shelby's 427 Cobra Daytona, which was the fastback designed 427 Roadster version that was designed by Pete Brock to go 200 miles an hour to compete at Le Mans.
All right. Adam has a question.
Okay.
My girlfriend's sister bought a new Kia and paid sticker for it. As soon as I heard that, I thought, what would Dan think? And all I could do was shake my head. A lot of people just go in and pay sticker.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't dicker. The price is the price, and they don't want to deal with it.
And they don't want the headache, and it takes longer.
Yeah, if you just walk in, although no matter what, dealers take forever.
They do.
I mean,
but you walk in to buy the car. I actually, a friend of mine told me that the way he did it was really clever. He said he walked in, he said, here's the car I want, here's the price I'm willing to pay. I'm coming back after lunch, and I want all the paperwork done, just waiting for my signatures. And they did it. He went and he had lunch.
When I was working for Felix Chevrolet Cadillac, I had a guy that called me. He wanted an Escalade, a black on black, all-wheel drive, which they're not all-wheel drive in LA. So you get a lot of two-wheel drive. And it had sunroof pack. I remember it very distinctly. He said, if it takes longer than 45 minutes, I'm walking.
There you go.
He goes, I'll give you everything you need up front. He goes, I'm willing to pay $3,000 under sticker, and not a penny more, not a penny less. Because I know you have room and you can do this. My credit is perfect. I want the 0% at the time because I want the 0% deal, free money. Did his credit application. I said, I just need this paperwork up. He sent me everything I needed. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's fantastic.
He walked in the door. I pre-printed everything. I go, sign here, 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 and here.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh.
That's all. Because I knew I wasn't going to sell him anything.
So the girlfriend's sister who paid sticker for the Kia, okay, she got what she wanted. She in and out. And in the grand scheme of things, if you've got the money, what's the most you could save off sticker for a Kia? $2,000, $3,000?
Yeah, she might have saved a little bit, but then they had here's the when you negotiate too much, they add on other things.
Yes, they look for ways to make up.
I'm sure on the Jeep that we got $21,000 off, and I didn't negotiate that hard, but because they gave me, I knew the federal money they have no control over.
Yeah.
I knew the $1,500 rebate from the factory they had no control over. The difference between those two, they had a lot of control over, and the money factor / interest rate they have control over. So I know they made money on the interest rate.
Yeah.
I'll let them make money on the interest rate.
Sure.
It's 2 years. It's not that much money.
Not the end of the world.
And my payment might have been affected by $10.
$10. Big deal. That's 2 lattes.
Who cares?
Right.
Where are you getting a latte for $5? Anyway.
A latte's more than $5 now?
I think so.
Oh my gosh. Thank God I don't drink that stuff.
I know. So as
you
long
saw
as
me after I drank a shot.
I know. Holy crap. We should post that video. Raffi said, oh my God, I just had coffee. I don't know what to do. I have so many things to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, the video should have been crashed hard. Anyway, so then they'll be like, oh yeah, we'll discount the car. You'll see this all the time where they'll be like, 5,000 off every car in stock.
Right.
But then you have to purchase their protection plan.
Yes.
Which is a $5 wax. You have to do VIN etching on the windows, which costs $5. It's a little thing they rub to put numbers on all the glass. Because if the car gets parted out, they can identify. It's bullshit.
Like glass is that valuable and precious. You just break the glass, sell it without windows.
Right. Or like somebody stealing the door. And
right.
They're going to put it on another car. Well, look, it's got etching on it. The door. Anyway. So there's all these stupid things that they'll add. And they require that, which legally they're not allowed to. So they'll give you 5,000 off, but then they'll mark 6,000 back on it. Or it'll be 5,000 off their addendum sticker, which has all this stuff already added. So they add 10,000, they give you 5,000 off. So let's see what he said. He said they were still there all day. Yeah, no matter what, you're there all day. It depends also how your credit is. If your credit is ballpark,
yeah, that takes a while.
It takes a while because they're shopping it to every bank possible to find the best deal, not only for you, but for them.
Yeah.
I never gave anybody a deal that was beneficial to the dealership versus the customer. Let's say I had some of the 600 credit score, and I would send it to GM Financial first. This is when I was at Chevy and Cadillac, and that was our captive. It was GMAC back then. It became Ally, and now it's Ally and GM. Anyway, long story. So we'd send it off to GMAC, and then we'd all send it to, let's say, Wachovia, which used to be a bank, Wells Fargo, Westlake. Yes. We'd get all of our approvals and see, all right, where can we make our 2 points? Because we're allowed to make 2 points, 2%, and get the lowest rate for the customer.
Sure.
And sometimes the lowest rate for the customer, we weren't allowed to make anything. We'd get a flat. Like they'd say, all right, we'll give you $500 flat. But the customer gets a much lower rate. I never found it ethically right to turn those down. I always gave the customer the best rate we could give them. And the dealership could still make some money. But that takes time. Sometimes you're calling, the person's credit's shaky. You've got to call in a favor sometimes.
Yeah.
And then there's other people that are also getting the car. Then you've got to get the car detailed and ready for delivery.
Right.
So you've got another person that you're relying on. Like the guys aren't just sitting around waiting for the next car. They're detailing it. They're working in the detail shop. So there's a lot of layers. But if you do everything online up front, like my wife did for her car, you should be in and out. And we weren't. They weren't ready for us when we showed up. We had an appointment, and we were doing 2 cars. We did this car, and my car was out front all ready to go.
Yeah.
Her car was in the back, plugged in, because it has to be at 90% when they deliver it.
Oh.
And
why is that?
That's just their rule.
Oh, their rule?
All the manufacturers make that rule. You deliver the full tank of gas, you should deliver with charge, a full charge.
Oh, okay.
So, but her car wasn't clean because I think they cleaned it like a week before when they told her it was in, and then they parked it. So she gets a car and she's driving. She texts me from the ferry. She says, "I get this dirt. Like it's like they wiped the windshield with a greasy rag."
Oh,
I almost said a glassy grease.
A glassy grease.
Anyway, so that's why. Stump Raffi and Dan. Tough question.
All
what
right.
one-hit wonder song? Never Say Never.
Never Say Never.
Are you talking about from the James Bond movie?
No, that's Never Say Die.
Oh.
Never Say Never.
Never Say Never. You just said it twice. Never say. Can you sing a few bars? I know you're not on the air.
Never Say Never. I got nothing on that.
Never Say Never. One-hit wonder. Kajagoogoo. No, I don't know.
Kajagoogoo is a good guess.
Boingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo had more than one hit.
Yeah, that's Danny Elfman, right?
Mm-hmm. Never Say Never. Wow. That's like, I'll bet it's in the movie soundtrack Against All Odds. That movie has every single, like, ridiculously...
That hasn't happened in a while.
What's that?
Where you have a movie that has the most amazing soundtrack.
That's true. It's
like they get one song during the credits now.
That's probably because it's too expensive to get the song.
Romeo Void.
Romeo Void.
You've never heard of Romeo
Void.
Do.
I have heard of Romeo Void.
You went to high school with them.
No. I have heard of that band, but wow, never. I bet if I heard the song, I'd go, oh yeah, I remember this song.
We'll play it after the show.
Okay.
Do you guys realize who Raffi went to high school with, though? Name a few of the people you went to high school with.
So I went to high school.
Santa Monica High School.
Sean Penn. Let's see, Robert. No, not Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, he went there.
He was after I had graduated. He was there.
But he was there.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe.
Yes, Rob Lowe.
Estevez brothers.
The Estevez brothers.
One became Charlie
Emilio.
Sheen.
Actually, Emilio Estevez
and Carlos Estevez
and my wife were both on the same track team.
Wow.
Let's see who else. Lee Ehrenberg, who is the actor that plays one of the ghosts in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and also was in the Star Trek series.
Right. I mean, what are the odds of that one high school?
Yeah,
having that might be the biggest. It was over like a 3-year period.
Yeah,
like from your senior year back to like sophomores.
90% of the Brat Pack.
Yeah,
were from Santa Monica High School.
Did Demi Moore go there?
No,
she's a Midwesterner.
No. Yeah,
I think.
But then there's a lot of other well-known actors and actresses that came that went to Santa Monica High School as well.
Who's saying I'm on a Mexican radio? I'm on a Mexican radio.
I've got nothing on that.
That was, oh wait, God, as soon as you say it, I'll be like, yes, of course. My phone's right here. I can't look it up. I'm on a Mexican radio. I guess I could do this if I really wanted to cheat.
Yeah, that's cheating. No, but I don't know that I know that.
There we go.
Oh, now we're back.
I hit something on Apple CarPlay. And now it's 11. Look at that. That 15 minutes went by like that.
It sure did. Yeah, once we're actually doing something.
Yeah. I'm on a Mexican radio. Well, what you need to call is give us the likes, everybody. Wall of Voodoo.
Wall of Voodoo.
Really?
Okay.
I would have never known that. All right. Well, that's our show for today. We're going to go into town and country.
Yeah, we're going to go get some coffee. Well, he's getting coffee.
I mean, coffee. He's getting tea. And we'll see you next time.
Yes, we will.
I'll be in Richland. I guess I can do the show from.
We'll do it remotely.
I'll have my laptop with me.
All right.
All right. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.